Those diet product ads are so impressive. She was heavy, now she's buff. This guy went from soft to rock hard. But as Jamie Floyd reports, there's a story behind some of those ads. What you see may be less about getting fit, more about getting fooled.
Christine looked like this, but with Zenadrin, it took her just 12 weeks to lose 41 pounds.
And I'm 30 pounds lighter today.
Maria lost 25 pounds.
The ads make it seem so easy to lose weight.
Hydroxycut helped Brandy drop 6 dress sizes.
But when we took a closer look at some, we found 3 common gimmicks used to play with the truth. How do they do it? With misleading before and after pictures.
They said, you know, you got to fatten up, eat like a pig.
The pH scale.
Experts who aren't all that they seem.
Is Dr. Mortar a medical doctor?
No comment.
Fat loss, muscle mass enhancement.
Or hyped up claims companies refuse to back up.
We've tried to call and no one's returned our phone calls, sir.
Thousands of Americans lose weight.
First up, ever been fooled by before and after photos?
I quickly dropped 6 dress sizes and I feel great.
In this ad for an old formula of hydroxycut, Marla Duncan claims she lost 35 pounds. It was so easy, she says. But Missouri Attorney General Jay Nixon found one very good reason why. When she took the before picture, Duncan had recently been pregnant and given birth.
Are the ads downright deceptive?
We wouldn't be suing people if we didn't think that they were deceptive.
Hydroxycut told us many of their ads did disclose Duncan's recent pregnancy and said their pills are proven to work. But Nixon's suing the company for misrepresentation, which they deny.
Folks are more interested in the bottom line than they are in your waistline.
Mike lost 46 pounds with Zenadrin.
Then there's Mike Piacentino. In 2001, he was featured in before and after pictures for the popular pill Zenadrin. He started out as a competitive bodybuilder, but Todd Macaluso, an attorney who is fighting Zenadrin's appeal of a case he brought over its weight loss claims, says Piacentino testified that the company paid him to eat.
They gave him a food allowance and they said, you know, you got to fatten up, eat like a pig, gain as much weight as you can, stop working out.
Gorging on endless boxes of donuts and gallons of ice cream and not working out, Piacentino put on the pounds for the before picture.
They told him to stick his stomach out, to have a frown on his face. They told him to pull his shorts down below his belly button. And they told him to stand there like he was a slob.
Only Zenadrin has
But then Piacentino says the company had him reverse the process. He took Zenadrin, but used his bodybuilding expertise, working out hours at a time, to get back into shape.
He did a good job.
He did a great job.
Good.
The result? This hunky after photo.
We have shown in studies.
The second gimmick? Dubious doctor endorsements.
They were not recommending it to their own patients.
New Jersey Attorney General Peter Harvey is talking about doctors whose names were attached to glowing testimonials for Zenadrin. He's suing the company, he says, for misleading the public, which they deny.
They had not given it to their own patients, and they wouldn't give it to their own patients.
So why did they endorse it? Harvey thinks the $1,000 they were each allegedly paid may have had something to do with it.
The doctors were essentially paid to read a script.
And check out the expert behind Alka-Slim.
We are very fortunate to be speaking with Dr. Tom Mortar.
Dr. Tom Mortar gives a 30-minute talk on the science behind Alka-Slim pills, but never gets around to mentioning the fact that he's not a medical doctor. We tried to ask this Alka-Slim executive about that omission.
Is Dr. Mortar a medical doctor?
No comment.
He's a chiropractor,
He's a
isn't he?
chiropractor.
Why don't they just say he's a chiropractor?
He probably wouldn't have the same credibility if people knew that. We live and die at the cellular level.
Paul Doring is a professor of pharmacology at the University of Florida.
Do you think it's a coincidence that no one said he's a chiropractor? No. The natural progression is if you see the word doctor, then it's assumed that that person is a medical doctor.
Since that may violate chiropractic licensing regulations, we asked to speak with Mortar himself.
Oh, hi, we're hoping to speak with Tom Mortar.
Okay,
Please,
Tom
Jamie
Mortar
Floyd,
is not
ABC.
here. He's not going to be available here at all today. He doesn't come in this office.
They lower their.
There are dubious doctors.
Propylene, scientifically proven.
And then there's this suspicious institute, hyped in these frequently aired ads for the diet pill propylene.
There's news from the Obesity Research Institute.
The Obesity Research Institute sounds impressive, like a lab full of scientists working on cutting-edge weight loss cures. But when we showed up at the Institute, this is all our producer found. A quiet suburban house, no scientists or laboratory in sight.
What if you could turn back the clock 20 to 30?
Third, the most egregious and heartbreaking ad claims, supplements touting not just weight loss, but medical miracles.
Remove wrinkles, improve skin elasticity, increase memory retention, cardio output, immune function, and improve vision.
Ultimate HGH president Stephen Carrion
Short-term, long-term memory.
tosses in baldness, sexual energy, lower cholesterol, and even gives the outrageous impression that his pills can help treat cancer.
I was diagnosed with a stage 3+ ovarian cancer. Within 6 weeks after my treatment, they sent me for an ultrasound. And the technician said to me, "Wow, you must really eat healthy. Thanks to the product, I'm looking down a new road, and I'm healthy."
We wanted to ask why Carrion seems to be targeting desperately ill people.
You can give me a call, and we can discuss it then.
We've tried to call, and no one's returned our phone calls, sir. You know, experts say the product does not work.
Okay, can you please get off the premises?
Don't you think that if there was a cure for cancer, there might be a Nobel Prize waiting for that guy's mantle?
Dr. Alex, thanks for being my guest today.
Here's another guy who seems to be in line for that Nobel Prize, Alex Guerrero of Supreme Greens. His ad features oddball theories and also seems to promise cures for cancer and most other degenerative diseases, from heart disease to diabetes and arthritis.
So a lot of these diseases are going to fall by the wayside.
Well, they all do, because they're a result of over-acidification of the blood tissue.
What's he talking about?
They take bits and pieces of truth and sprinkle it into nothing more than a bunch of fabrication.
But in the infomercial, Guerrero says he has a clinical study of 200 terminal patients to prove it.
Out of those 200 people that were terminal, we lost 8. 8 passed away.
And that's amazing. People must have been amazed by those studies.
But even more amazing was what Guerrero told us when we showed up and asked him to see those studies.
So what kind of study is it that you have that supports this product?
Well, there is no study.
So when you say your clinical experience, what are you referring to?
Just my clients that I see.
So we have only your word. There's nothing published.
Nothing published.
There's nothing written.
No.
So you have no scientific support for Supreme Greens?
No, there is no scientific support for Supreme Greens.
Guerrero says the production company, ITV, twisted his words unfairly to make his vegetable supplement seem like a miracle pill, which he admits it's not. But ITV told us Guerrero saw the ad and never complained to them about its content.
Surely the manufacturers can't make claims for their products unless they've provided some data to somebody to back up the claims.
Au contraire. Talk is cheap. That's the common misbelief, that somebody up there is looking out for us. But in fact, the regulation of the dietary supplement industry is so lax that it comes as close as I can think of being totally unregulated.
Oh my goodness. 1 pound a day, Dr. Mortar.
So never underestimate how low some marketers will go to sell you that magic pill. The only real magic is diet, exercise, and a healthy dose of skepticism.